Hi and welcome. My name is Alan. I have Asperger syndrome, a high functioning disability, and I would like to tell you about my reading and writing problems I have. I can read, I can write, but the issue I have is I'm not very good at spelling. I find it hard spelling words. It's very difficult. I can learn to spell a new word. If I don't use it often enough, I will forget how to spell it. Now, how do I go about finding words that I need to spell? Say, for instance, to put in a letter to a family member or a friend, that sort of idea, right? Now, how I find these words that I need to spell, generally in the old days, I would either use a dictionary or I would get a phone book, and that, of course, could be a business directory phone book to find words in a sentence. So if I'm looking for a word that I need to spell, how I go about it is looking for a sentence that uses that word in a sentence. Then when I find that word in that sentence, well, of course, I've overcome that problem of that spelling issue with that word I need to put in that letter, say, for instance, to a friend or my mum or my sister, right? So that's how I go about finding that word. Now, if I can't find that word on how to spell that word that I need to put in that letter to my mum or sister or to whoever I'm sending it to, right? Now, I have to sort of stop or start and restart the letter and rewrite it and change what I'm trying to say by finding a new word that I can spell that says the same thing, well, sort of says the same thing as that word that I was previously looking for that I couldn't find out how to spell. So I had to go through and change the complete whole sentence just so I could send my mum or my sister or someone a letter by having to change words, right? But nowadays, how I find them is I use the internet and Google can sort of partly spell the word for me. Like, well, I partly spell the word and I know what to do, but that doesn't always happen, as whereas I have that issue where I have to resort back to that, changing that sentence and finding a word that I don't have a problem spelling so I can make this letter or write this letter and send it to whoever I'm sending it to solve that problem. Now, another thing I have an issue with the reading and writing stuff is I'm very limited to the words that I can spell, right? And I do not know where I'm supposed to put the exclamation marks or the commas or the dots and all that sort of stuff either. Now, that's about reading and writing problems I have, and there'll be more on this later on in the next video. Now, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Tin Can Random Video Shorts. It's over and out.